Hey, Augustus. I'm cleaning the TV console slash like living room altar, and it gets really dusty in this house, just the way that shit is built in California. And I was just like thinking about like how much more often I have to do this for it to feel like clean and fresh and like, you know, looks like you pay attention to your house. And also and it got me thinking about how this is like the first stable housing I've had in Cali, in LA, since I've come, and how like I'm low-key grateful to get to do this and have some kind of control and like entitlement to a space, that there's like responsibility, but it's because I have somewhere to like call mine, and I'm only here till April. Hopefully even less, and I get my space that's really, really mine sooner than that. But yeah, there's like so much dog hair. I guess it sheds a lot, and it's just it just requires more attention. And like, even as a spiritualist, like a lot of people don't want to do this part or like think about this part. It's not all, you know, crystals and pretty cards and, you know, talking to the spirits. Like, it's very earthly work. It requires a lot of patience and repetition and devotion and discipline to shit you don't want to do, like to shit that's not fun, and it's not always enticing, but like the fact that you're caring for, you know, the sacredness of a space. You're not just protecting, but you're like maintaining you're maintaining the sacredness of it. And it's like when I think about like why janitors are custodians and cooks, are the lifeblood, you know, nannies and housekeepers, like they're the lifebloods of our entire culture, and they're horrendously disrespected. And they're what keep everything truly luxurious. There's a reverence that you innately, like humanly have when a space is clean. There's a sense of relaxation, and you just feel like there's a presence there that like you want to be there. And we take that for granted so much. Being in Airbnbs and stuff, where it's like I didn't have, like it wasn't my responsibility to clean everything, and thank God, but like it meant that there were some standards that I just kind of had to agree to, and it like adds to this sense of displacement, but it's like I didn't get to help make it sacred, and sacred enough for me to to like want to pray in that space, and like just do the holy things that I do. Shake my ass, feed myself, sleep. You know, I like washed the walls and the doors, not all of them, but like the major entrances especially, and exits, and I had to because it's like, Oshun is not gonna come into the house. She's not gonna come into the house, girl, if it's not clean. And this, you know, I was talking to my roomie, Sharif, about just kind of like so much of the trauma, especially as raised as eldest daughters, that there is around cleaning, the ableism that's embedded in how we clean and how we keep a space, because of our parents and that work being disregarded and disrespected and devalued for generations and gendered so heavily, especially as, you know, genderqueer trans niggas, like, it has a lot of fucking weight, and it literally, when you're not able to do it because you're still battling the trauma, like, it's more traumatizing. Like, you don't get a clean house. And then you have to live in that, you know? And breaking those cycles is really fucking hard. So I've recognized, like, with my functional neurologic disorder, like, building routine and just doing things repetitively in a way that my body can, like, anticipate giving it these kinds of structures again, the structures that genuinely do support me and aren't just like arbitrary and like here to keep me being productive for a 9 to 5 or like a this and that, like that's the shit that is the work. That's what I do is relearn how to honor the labor that is so violated and that has taken an unsafe space in my body. The most sacred part of, for me, of like keeping an altar, it's like ocean water from different, and like natural water from different bodies of water around here. Like, the best part about this work is not that it's like super elaborate, you know, candles and flowers and this and that everywhere. Although I am setting up a pretty big altar outside right now that I'm gonna spend the day like celebrating with. But it doesn't have to be like crazy. It just has to be clean. And it just has to be tended to. And if that means like you have like one sacred space in your house that you tend to regularly, the magic of an altar is not the things that are put on it, or the magic of a space is not the things that are in it, but the intention that is imbued in those things by your attention. We make things sacred, and by recognizing that they are, you know, it's like people don't make your gifts when they recognize them. They're just like, they get to add to the energy that's already there. And so I offer that to you. If there's like any place that you have in your home, or any like kind of homey ritual or routine. I use the word ritual versus routine because it adds some romance. Same with devotion instead of discipline. But I know what I'm saying. I'm meaning the same thing. But if there's any routine that keeps you or your body, hi baby, that keeps you or your body and the like body of the home around you tended to. I hope you keep it simple and just focus on being able to repeat it and come back to it, because that's muscle memory. It'll get easier too, and by then it'll start to feel like you can pray instead of like drag yourself. And I hope that extends to everything that is meant to be mundane, is meant to be like just a thing to do. Your laundry, brushing your teeth, making things sacred, is really just giving it the attention that it deserves, because it's keeping you here and keeping you well, and that's divine luxury.